there was a solar eclipse. And even today the tradition continues. There's a huge Kund lake near Kurukshetra. And whenever there's a solar eclipse, hundreds of thousands of people go there to bathe. The tradition was in existence even at the time of Lord Krishna 5,000 years ago. So, along with the Yadus, the Vrishnivanshis, he went there. His queen, 16,108, all went with him. Now, Radharani and the Gopis, they also reached from Braj. 100 years had gone by. Lord Shri Krishna had given 100 years separation to the Gopis, even though he loved them so much. You say, why did he give so much of separation? Because it is in separation that the love becomes more intense and more selfless. The separation is external. The yog, union, is internal. The Gopis' chit or mind is connected with God. So the Gopis were thrilled to have darshan of Shri Krishna. Now the Radhaji and the Gopis requested Krishna. They said, look, you are the same Shyam Sundar and we are your same devotees. But the atmosphere out here is all different. You are so formal and so majestic. That connection is not being felt the way we experienced in Braj. On their special entreaty, Krishna agreed to accompany them to Braj. So the Gopis created a chariot, and Krishna, Balaram and Subhadra sat on the chariot. And the Gopis started pulling him. At that time, Krishna again felt such tremendous ecstasy. He went back into the Mahabhav Samadhi state. And that was the first Rath Yatra. So, Lord Krishna is also intrigued by Radha's love. And he says, my God, what is the nature of Radha's love for me? I am unable to understand it. If I can become Radha, then Radha's love will reside in me. And then when I engage in my own devotion, Krishna's devotion, I will understand it. And the second question arose in Krishna's mind, that what is it in me that attracts Radha so much? All the time, Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. From every pore of her body, the sound is coming, Shyam, Shyam, Shyam. And the third question was, what is the bliss that she experiences in devotion to me? So with these three curiosities, Krishna decided that I must become Radha. Now he cannot become Radha in his divine pastimes. So he descended as his foremost devotee. Foremost devotee in Radha Bhav. So he is Krishna who's come in the sentiment of Radha. And this was the avatar of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So the same Madhanakya Mahabhavna resided in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And in Puri, where Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to stay, the tradition of Rath Yatra was already existing. Once in a year, Lord Jagannath, Baladev, Subhadra would be made to sit on the Rath. And then the devotees would pull the Rath all the way over a 3-kilometer stretch to a mandir called Gundicha Mandir, Mausima Mandir. So when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu resided there, he used to see Jagannath as his Krishna. With great yearning, he would go for darshan of Lord Jagannath. There are so many wonderful pastimes related about him. He would not go close to the deities. He was also teaching us Krishna Bhakti. He would say, if I go close, I may develop dosh buddhi. The intellect of seeing defects, some paint has come out from there, then I will not get the benefit of devotion. So he used to stand far away at the Garud Stambh and see Jagannath ji from there. But he will place his hand on the stone door frame, and the intensity of his yearning, the temperature of his love was such that the stone melted. Even if you go today to Puri, you will find the fingerprints of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And just before the Rath Yatra, it's a very human kind of leela. So they wish to paint the Lord before he goes out. And that is why Lord Jagannath falls sick. So the darshan is closed. And during those days when the darshan is closed, I believe it is for 17 days. Now Mahaprabhu would not have darshan. He would feel all lost. He would go to a place 18 kilometers from there called Alalnath, and he would lie down in that feeling of separation. And that stone would melt. Even if you go today, you will find the melted stone. So finally, when the doors would open and Jagannath ji would be brought down, now Mahaprabhu, he would arrange his devotees in different processions, different groups. He would also organize, look, we must have 8 mridangas in this group. You will be the lead singer, you will be the follower, etc. And then before the Rath, they would all dance. And right in the center would be Mahaprabhu dancing. His sentiment would be in that Rath Yatra. Just like the gopis took Krishna, Balaram and Subhadra from Kurukshetra to Braj. So our Krishna is there, and we are taking him from Kurukshetra to Braj with the divine feeling that I am Radha taking Krishna back to Vrindavan. Mahaprabhu ji would dance and dance and dance before the Rath. So that pastime which he enacted before the Rath popularized the Rath Yatra even further. Until nowadays, all over the world in thousands of cities, the Rath Yatra is conducted. Not only of Jagannath, but of Radha Krishna, of Sita Ram, of so many different forms of God. And today, all of us are also going to have the rare privilege of participating in the Rath Yatra, where we will take Sri Maharaj Ji and Radha Krishna, escort them and get them seated on the Rath. And then, along with the Rath, we will sing and dance around the city. This is the festival that we are going to celebrate.